Good morning! Welcome to Straw Hat Crusaders, a podcast where three JoJo fans read One Piece for the first time, and a One Piece fan watches JoJo for the first time.
What?
What the heck? What the freak?
What the goddamn hell?
I, of course, as always, am Hayden Hartrick. To my right, sitting in a chair is...
Clayton Chalman.
To his right, sitting in a chair is...
Adriana.
To their right, sitting in a chair is...
Josh.
To their right, sitting in a chair is...
Jackson?
Whoa! Special guest.
A returning
Jackson
friend of the
here.
show.
Jackson check.
Deep cut.
How's it going, Jackson?
It's going good. It's been a hot second. I've kind of been in my own little adventure, in my own little lane. You know, now that I'm back and I'm for those who don't know or don't remember, I am on Team JoJo. I've been all up to date on JoJo. I was one who originally got Josh and Adriana, and therefore everyone else into JoJo. And I'm having my own journey with One Piece.
That is an understatement.
No. And I mean that in a way of like, you know how at the beginning of every chapter, there's kind of like that one character who doesn't like really have anything to do with anything until 300 chapters later. Yeah, that's me.
The cover stories?
Yes.
Yeah.
I found my way back, and I look completely different. I have new relevance to the story. So
You're Kobe.
yeah,
Wow.
I am Kobe of this podcast.
Jackson has hockey now.
Yeah.
It's
I'm glad
crazy.
you have a life outside of this podcast that you've only recorded one time besides this.
So, Jackson, can I ask, are you, back when you were first on, you were up to date with us where we were in One Piece. Where are you currently in One Piece?
Oh no, I'm past all of y'all. I've gone past the first arc of post time skip now.
Is that for real?
I'm not joking. I'm
Oh,
on the second arc
shit.
now.
I'm
Yeah.
so mad at you.
I
I'm so mad at you.
I genuinely thought, I thought we were going to check in with you and you're going to be like, oh yeah, I read a few more chapters after the podcast.
So here's the thing. I have two things going on with me, right? One of them is it's very, very, very hard for me to get into things that have like a very prolonged amount of like if someone told me that I had to start watching like The Walking Dead or something, I'd be like, no,
Yeah,
absolutely
good choice,
not.
good choice.
There's too many seasons, too much content, but. On the other end, I have a thing to where if there is something, no matter how long it is, but I'm already on board, I'm already a part of it, I cannot fall off of it. I did not care about Attack on Titan up to like season 3, but I'm like, damn it, I need to see how this show ends, and I have been up to date up until so now I'm on the other side of it. I'm here. I'm too far in, so I
Right.
will
Hell
be.
yeah.
I'm gonna be completing it, and I'm gonna be up to date, and I probably will be reading it until the manga ends. So
You
Fuck
are
yeah.
like you are a victim of the sunk cost fallacy. Like in so many, I've known you for years in so many parts of your life, and I'm just realizing how that all connects.
yeah, I mean, I'm for context, I have stopped watching My Hero Academia after like season 3. I'm still reading it. Like I want it to
That's
end
great.
so
That's great.
bad. I want it to
so
end
you
so
can
bad.
be free.
It's
Is it
free
not,
me.
Is it not almost done?
It is almost done, I think.
Um,
I hope.
sorry.
Clayton,
I
I'm gonna
just
have
showed.
to talk to HR about what just.
Oh my god. I have
Yeah, come here. For everybody at home, I have a virus on my computer that's giving me a pop-up of somebody spreading their asshole.
with underwear on.
With underwear, with underpants.
barely.
Technically
Adriana
safe
can't
for work.
talk to HR because they didn't actually see anything.
There's also a big play button over.
Yes,
like-
right where the asshole
play.
would be. There's some sort of android.
Oh man, that's great.
But Jackson, I'm so genuinely happy to hear you're continuing to read it, and that means that you've had something of some treats that these people have not had yet. So just without saying anything, what do you think of coming back after the time skip?
So it's crazy because I have such an entirely different opinion entirely about each arc separately.
Uh-huh.
Like Overall, I'm really, really excited because I think, like JoJo, like the further we get into it, the better it's getting. So there's a lot of content and a lot of characters that I'm actually really invested in. So picking up from Skypiea, the next arc, that was where I paused for a while, and then I was like, all right, and then I just caught up in a week. And I just read, like, how many chapters was that? 200, 300 in a week?
Yeah, I think around to get to where after the time skip from Skypiea, I think like around 300.
Yeah, I was like, all right, I got time. But from there, I was obsessed with Water 7. I thought it was amazing. I thought one critique I really had with One Piece was I really had trouble getting invested in a lot of the antagonists up till that point. And I really, really thought it was clever, like just the mystery and then all the good guys becoming all the bad guys. Like I thought every character was cleverly used. The narrative was very interwoven. I loved Water 7. I thought it was amazing. Same thing with it's what is Water 7 and what's the other half?
Enies Lobby.
Enies Lobby. Yeah. Both of them together were amazing. I thought it was great.
It's the best arc.
And so far, yeah, in my opinion.
That's really good.
Thriller Bark.
What about it? We had a good time, right?
I did not like it.
What?
And I'm gonna use that very gently, and that's all I'm gonna say.
You will not. There will be no One Piece haters coming for you for not liking Thriller Bark.
I gotta be careful then with my words here. I don't want to fillet One Piece, but to summarize it, I genuinely thought the 3 important plot points that were happening in Thriller Bark could have been like shoved into an arc that was like probably about as big as the pirate games, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I just thought it felt like filler. I think the Halloween-y aspects of it made it feel like filler too.
The middle part of that arc. And you were telling me this opinion the other day, and I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, I didn't like that. Well, just because when we talk about it on here, it's like, okay, we're not here to just, I guess write off everything. But what?
Nothing. The pop-up came
He was
back.
pointing at Hole. Clayton was pointing at Hole again.
It was.
Not
You know
Hole.
what? The writer looked like they had fun. So you know what?
Yeah, I mean,
let's celebrate that.
Yeah.
The best part of that arc was Kuma coming in, and that wasn't even like part of the arc.
That had
Exactly.
nothing to do with Thriller
Yeah.
Bark. But Perona's awesome.
Yes, correct. And so it just made me realize like how much, like what percentage of that arc that I just like really didn't enjoy. Because looking back and I was like, yeah, that was great. And it was probably just because like I like doing this podcast and talking about it, and that's what I thought was fun.
I thought that those episodes were going to be me sitting there and y'all being like, oh. Y'all had seemingly more fun than I was expecting.
Well,
So-
hey, Clayton, you did us the honor of giving part 1 the benefit of the doubt the whole
That's
time
true.
we talked about it,
Yes.
and part 2 to a degree. So, like, I think we owed you that.
Thank you.
I still think Thriller Bark is fine. It's not even.
Yeah.
And I like Long Ring Long Land a bit. Like I think it's fun.
Yeah, long way.
For me, it's
Yeah.
my hot take, and apparently this is a hotter take than I knew. But I think the first 3 arcs are just whatever. And I think Syrup Village is I genuinely dislike Syrup Village. Apparently that is a hot take sometimes.
I'm also not a big Syrup Village fan.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
I wouldn't
I
say
have a lot of fun with Syrup Village.
I again, to me, the worst of One Piece is at the beginning where it should be, and that's like I think that's a sign of Oda growing as a writer.
Spoken like a true JoJo fan. I think that quote right there, the worst part is at the beginning where it should. I think that's really funny.
Well, I mean, ideally, that's how you want a series to go.
I mean, yeah, you want it to just keep getting better. And that's the thing is like, I kind of agree that I think the first stuff is some of the weakest stuff. I still prefer it to like Thriller Bark, but
Same.
I think that like
Not
those are
same.
still good. I love Orange Town, Romance Dawn,
Yeah.
and Syrup Village. Like I still love those a lot.
I have nostalgia associated with them. If I'm being honest, I do not love them. I
That's fair.
would I would want to read Romance Dawn again for the nostalgia factor.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely. But you know what's funny? I would love to. I want to keep talking about this so bad. We haven't introduced the rest of us yet. I don't think.
Yeah. What?
We've introduced
You
us.
said our
Yes,
names.
we have. We've.
Oh, we haven't talked about our how we've
weeks.
been. Yeah.
That's
true.
Oh, sorry, I got ahead of myself.
We don't have. I mean, we don't have to. Do we want to?
No, we
I was-
can.
yeah.
Let's do it.
How's your week, Josh?
Josh.
I saw a psychologist.
Yeah.
What?
Whoa.
Crazy.
Did they take
No, not literally.
That's what they said.
They diagnosed you with crazy disease.
Yeah. Here's your crazy. Here's your
Crazy?
sanity
I was crazy
pills,
once.
asshole. That's what they said. Turns out, so I did the first testing session, and there's going to be 2 of them. So I did.
Whoa.
So I have 1 left.
Did
And
you
I
pass?
Yay!
Apparently,
to
I did.
Hollywood.
So there's an IQ test in there,
Whoa.
and it was fun. It was a bunch of games, really.
yeah.
It was a bunch of just
Did you
kind
win?
of fun games. Well, she said you're doing really good. So I guess I'm smart. She didn't tell me my score has not been calculated yet.
Josh is gonna end up in Mensa.
What I love, my favorite part though was like, okay, so there was a lot of me sitting and doing, filling out forms of like my experiences and having to think a lot about myself and like everything and all my experiences, which I won't get into. But
You're not gonna tell us your whole life story.
no, at the end, and I genuinely think this would be fun for to have all my friends do. There's this sheet that was like, it had a bunch of unfinished sentences that you had to fill. You had to read it and finish the sentence with the first thing that popped in your head. And there was stuff that was like, I like, and then you just had to say the first thing that popped in your head. And it was crazy. I would love to see what everyone's like things are. Like there was one that was like, a mother is, and I ended up putting, it's just like a mother, and then I just put, and I didn't mean this as a pun, but I put is giving. is like a giving person. I mean, like a mother gives.
Mother is
Mother is
giving.
Yeah, but it sounded like mother is slaying.
Mother
You got diagnosed with gay.
Honestly,
Is kid.
that would be that's the one I'm least worried about. There was ones that were also really challenging. There was one that was like my father, and then I had to fill.
Not slang.
Yeah, I had to fill the blank. There was one that was just a lot of them were longer than this. Like a lot of them were like, on Mondays I do blah blah blah. But it's like one at the end was like it just said I, and then you had to fill the blank. And what's crazy is that when you read that, at least the way my mind works, is that 7 different things pop into my head kind of all at once, and I can't tell if there's any full sentences. But I ended up putting, I am gone, and now I'm like worried. I'm like,
Wait, Josh, what?
that's the first thing that popped into my head, the full formed thing.
Whoa.
You are gone?
It was either that or dead, and I didn't want the trouble. So
Man.
yeah.
I just wanted to leave.
Why would you why would you write it down? Like, why would that be what you chose?
Because that's
the game.
They're trying to diagnose me. I need to be honest.
Wait, it has to be like the literal first thing?
Yeah, they stressed like
I could not do this.
Yeah, it's like no. They said if you're thinking about it at all, you're doing it wrong.
Wow.
No. See, I would have such a hard time writing that down. I could do that if somebody was giving me the setups and I was knocking them out of the park.
Yeah.
But
I had to cover
like,
each.
writing it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be really hard for me.
I had to cover each item and just look at them one at a time because I was like, oh, I'll start thinking of things if
yeah.
I.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, there's a lot of like. It wasn't easy, but it was easy. I thought it was gonna be hard to get a mental assessment. I thought it was gonna be hard intellectually. It was more difficult emotionally, I guess. But it also gave me a lot to think about.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And that was fun. Ultimately, I had a really good time. I'd give it a good review. Go get yourself psychologized.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'd like to.
I think I will.
Okay. Hell yeah. Yeah, and we can change one life. I think that's saying a lot. Honestly, it's all
What
worth
you mean?
it.
Like you think you're gonna inspire one of our listeners to go get
Yeah,
psychologized?
We already
you-
inspired Jackson, so yeah.
Specifically, go get psychologized because Josh told you to. Let us
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
We'll pay for it.
Yeah.
We won't. We won't.
Is this sponsored by BetterHelp by any chance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now it is. Thanks.
Am I allowed to say that if it's not?
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, get a Ridge wallet or something like that.
Get rid.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Get a Ridge wallet.
Rim. I couldn't be bothered to think of a joke.
Clayton's still looking at that picture of the asshole on his computer.
He's drooling right now. The other things happened this week. Me and Hayden, we won a show.
You won.
We won.
We won.
Our improv show won.
Yeah, our musical improv troupe, Tempo Tantrums, won the final Hall of Fame show for a long-running competition show called Improv versus Everything.
Hell yeah.
It was fucking awesome. It was an electric night, and I felt amazing.
Awesome.
Y'all did awesome.
Yay.
I was there.
Boom.
And Clayton would never lie to me.
True. I would
Yeah.
if I needed to.
How Hartrick have you been?
Oh, I achieved one of my greatest dreams of all time this week.
Is
Which
that
was?
so?
I built a monkey zoo.
What?
That is not at all what I thought you were going to say.
There's this.
You bought a zoo?
No, I built a monkey zoo.
Yeah.
I
bought
built
a
Monkey
zoo.
Zoo.
That's crazy.
There's a board game called Ark Nova. That is my probably objectively my favorite board game of all time. It's super awesome, and there's always like goals, like you have to fill certain amounts of animals to like get points. And I've never been able to build Monkey Zoo, and I've wanted to build Monkey Zoo for so long, and I finally got to build Monkey Zoo, and I got all the monkey points.
Damn. I feel bad for you playing board game. No. Here
I feel bad.
I thought it was cool.
You and like people who do board games sometimes that there's not that console feature where it keeps track of your game achievements, even though you know what I mean, like even on replays and stuff. Like once you played it once and did this one thing once, you have a little badge, that you did that thing. But that's not. That happens on Xbox, but not in board games. You'd have to
You'd make one.
You
Make a little
could
monkey
but
badge.
you would have to keep track of it all yourself.
We do log my board. I play weekly board games with a couple friends, and we do log every time we play Ark Nova and what our scores were.
Oh,
so
well.
there is like a chart of how we've done.
Damn.
It's fucking awesome.
That's cool.
That's the only important thing that happened to me this week, I think.
Great.
Nice.
Yeah. How about you, Clayton?
I saw some funny comedy shows. I saw Natalie Palamides' Weir, which is a very cool one-woman show where she plays a man and a woman in a couple, and she does like a whole rom-com thing with them. It's very crazy. By the end of the show, she is naked, covered in blood, coffee, water, spaghetti sauce. She has a real crazy time.
Girls' night.
And then the next day I saw Stamp Town, show that she's also in, which is a very funny show that is like kind of a lot of clown stuff in it, but is also just like a crazy comedy variety show. And it was fucking awesome. One of the best comedy shows I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then the next day I saw The First Omen, which I saw the trailer for one time and I was like, oh, that's a really good trailer. And then I saw people saying it was good, and I was like, you know what? I never get to do this because I pay so much attention to movies. I'm going to go in blind. And I went in blind. Turns out The First Omen is a prequel to The Omen. And I didn't know that. And I have not seen The Omen.
Is this like in the Good Omens franchise?
No.
I've never heard of either of these movies.
The Omen is a very, very classic horror movie from 1976.
I think I've heard of that. Yeah, but not the First Omen. But
How was it? How was First Omen?
First Omen was good. The ending, it ends on a line that's like, and up next is this guy, and it immediately cuts, and I'm like, who the fuck is that guy? But other than that, very good movie.
yeah.
There was a scene in it that was so upsetting that several people stood up to leave. And that was funny.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And I bet you loved that.
I was like, and again, it always happens to me. There was a couple next to me in the theater talking,
Dude.
and one of them was on their phone.
That's crazy.
Hit them.
Annoying.
You need
stuff.
horse blinders when you go to the movies.
Yeah.
Like put your head in a box with like one of the front panel off.
I'm gonna put their hand in the box from Dune.
Yeah.
But that's my week.
Yeah. You also finished one of my favorite podcasts.
This was
that I
like 3
recommended
weeks
to
ago,
you.
but
yeah,
we haven't recorded since then.
Yes, and you get like infinite best friend points for listening to the Magnus Archives.
Whoa.
Listen to the Magnus Archives,
Okay.
and then you'll be my best friend forever.
More than Clayton?
Yeah. Well,
What
no.
the fuck?
If you can listen to it faster than Clayton.
Okay. Give me 2 days.
Trust
Times
me.
2 speed.
Just do it, okay? It took me and Jackson like 7 years to become Adriana's best
Have
friend.
not, yeah.
And we had, and if we just did the Magnus Archives, it would have been easy.
You still have not
We
to this
neither
day.
have you listened, Jackson, to Magnus Archives?
I've heard of them.
I mean, and that's how we became acquainted with each other.
Magnus Archives was awesome.
Yes.
I'm very glad. We still haven't gotten to properly talk about it, which we
Yeah.
should probably can't do
No,
on the
not
podcast.
here.
But
I'm excited.
after the podcast, we'll talk about it. Whose weeks are left?
Adriana.
Nothing crazy has happened really. Just chilling. I've been looking for jobs and stuff. Yeah, the usual. The weather's getting warmer, and I'm noticing that I have a t-shirt tan line, and that's crazy.
Whoa.
That's awesome.
So now I'm
You're the gamer talent.
yeah, it's like, am I a t-shirt tan line person now? So now I'm trying to wear more sleeveless things to get rid of it. Not that it's a terrible thing, but it's just like, that's so crazy.
You said couldn't be me.
Yeah. I have been watching the new Fallout show. That's been pretty cool.
Oh, I've heard that's really good.
Yeah,
Nice.
it is super cool. And
We've been trying to catch up
yes,
on Drag Race.
watching Drag Race.
Yes, we are maximizing our joint slayage.
We are. We definitely are. And yeah. Oh yeah. And I'm excited for our D&D campaign to continue this week. That's something I'm looking forward to.
Our third episode is on Tuesday, and we get to play 2 weeks in a row.
Oh,
I'm so excited.
Yes.
I've been
Awesome.
cooking.
How does that work?
There's 5 we normally play on the last Tuesday of the month, but there's 5 Tuesdays this month, so we get 2 sessions.
Which, you
this
know,
month.
time is
Right.
like, the months are made up, so we could really like do that whenever we want. It's just like, but whatever, like, you know, makes you feel
Look,
better.
if anybody wants to give me a day job, I
Yeah.
can actually play D&D so much more. So if anybody out there has a job for me, do that, and I'll play more D&D. And it'll be good
Please.
for the world.
Get this man a
for the
job.
world. Oh yeah, I also have been drawing a lot, and I want to show you guys a piece of art.
Let's
Wow.
go.
It's
And this will go on our Twitter.
Oh yeah, we still need to post the cosplay picture.
right. I know.
yeah.
yeah.
That's from so long ago.
No, it's just a silly. I told you guys I like the Always Sunny screen caps, so I.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome.
Oh my god. Did you do any more One Piece
So
ones?
good.
No, I have like ideas for more.
Do you have a
but-
JoJo one for that same picture?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, okay, guys, sorry. It's the screen cap for Always Sunny in Philadelphia fans. It's Dennis when they're playing Charlie McDennis, and Dennis puts his hand up to a dartboard and they throw darts at him, and he's like not flinching, and then someone throws a dart and it lands in the middle, stabs the middle of his hand, and he just like looks very unimpressed. And I just drew Zorro with doing that.
Can you please after the podcast show them all the JoJo ones that you made? That
Oh yeah, sure. I might have already done that, but yeah, I just like there's just so many funny Always Sunny screen caps that I like doing a little crossover fan art with. So I thought you guys might like to see that.
Hell yeah.
and Jackson, how was your week?
My week was
Make it
pretty-
fast.
Well,
God damn.
Damn.
my week was pretty good. I mean, I was quite literally. It's probably gonna be fast because I was thinking of everything that I've done this week, so I could be ready for you to ask me this. But then I just forgot it all. But no, but literally, my week has quite literally just been catching up on One Piece, which that sounds like not much, but considering I did go through like 300 chapters, that is like
That's a lot.
yeah, that's quite a
It's quite a tall order.
Yeah.
Well, back to what we were talking about. Thriller Bark.
Oh my god.
I have one thing to say before we get into
Before
we get into our special first segment of today.
Uh-huh.
And maybe this is something I could talk about on whatever this segment's going to be, but there's been a lot of I've had a few voices in my ear lately, Clayton,
Mm-hmm.
telling me about how much they do not like post-time skip.
Whoa.
Which I'm not
The
going to...
whole damn thing?
Well, yeah, they think it pales in comparison to pre-time skip.
Who are these voices?
Friend of the show, Alex Pittner, and other friend of the show,
Whoa.
Sam McCarthy.
Whoa.
Who are like, they're not saying that they don't, we don't know if you'll feel this way, but they'll be like, but we feel this way, where they're like, blah blah this and that, and I'm just sick of hearing their complaints. I want to know how wrong they are, you know. But I have heard that there's an arc coming up, and I won't say the name of it, but there's an arc coming up that a lot of people think is like the worst in One Piece, and I'm gonna be so fucking mad if it's still better, or if I still like it more than Syrup Village. I'm gonna be very mad that people don't share my opinion, Clayton.
Well, I don't totally know what to tell you. I knew that Alex had this opinion. I've talked to him about this, and I get where he's coming. One Piece, there's a noticeable shift, I think, where they're going into a new world, and not only that, but they're much bigger fish now in this pond, and so there's a kind of shift with that. But for me, I think there's some parts where I was kind of like, and we'll get into expectations once it's time to re-enter One Piece. I love post time skip, and it took a sec, but eventually we got to arcs that make me feel like Enies Lobby and Water 7. Honestly, to me, the trajectory is pretty similar, where it starts off and I'm like, this is good. And then I'm like, this is good. And then I'm like, this is great. And then I start crying and screaming and jumping around.
Do you think you could say definitively, is there a phase of One Piece you prefer more of the two?
It's really tough, especially with how good it's been lately. It's really hard to compare the two. I think there's a lot of nostalgia that leans me towards the first half, but some of the stuff that's happened lately is so fucking good. But that's for later. Soon we'll be getting into that. Guys, how are y'all feeling being away from One Piece for so long?
I miss it a lot. I've been doing my reread. I'm doing a little reread check-in. I think last episode when we talked, I was in like Syrup Village, still pretty early in One Piece. Last night, I got to the unmasking of all of the Galilea, all of CP9 in the first official moment. I have read, I think, also like 300 chapters. I am currently on chapter. It's God damn it.
He's currently on chapter.
I'm currently on chapter 347.
Damn.
So I think I'm gonna have time to do a second reread before we get back to the main time.
That's crazy.
So yeah,
It's awesome. I miss it a lot. I'm so desperate for more, and I hate Clayton every day.
Okay.
I've been doing okay, honestly, because not that I don't miss it, but I
hate One Piece.
I haven't lost it in a way. Like I've the algorithms giving me more and more. What? I thought Josh was like playing with an earring that was on the table.
He was pretending to karate chop.
No, he was like, I thought he was doing the "you can't see me" John Cena. I was like, what are you talking about? But yeah, so I am getting fed with fan content and stuff, and that always quenches my thirst for the media I'm enjoying.
Nice.
So yeah, but I am like very curious about post time skip stuff.
Hell yeah.
Sure.
I think distance has been good for me because I've been able to. I've been able to really look like at everything from an aerial view and realize I don't really like One Piece. I don't even really like it.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's just kidding. It has been. I mean, distance has been fine, but I've been ready to get back in since like I finished the last chapter. I mean, I was like, if you'd been like, hey, wait a few days, I'd be like, okay. But, dear audience members, we're about to have a little discussion of some kind, and I guess at some point a debate about what.
Why would we do that?
Well,
let's not.
let's get into this. So I originally said it was going to be 4 weeks between our reading sessions, and we've had to delay twice already. So we're already a couple weeks in. But for obviously, I'm thinking a lot about the audience here that I want them to have their 4 weeks break.
We can make that happen. We can make that happen
Um,
without us waiting any longer.
But some of y'all are not happy. Is that correct, y'all? You're not quite happy about this wait?
I mean, I'm still.
The first one.
I have no control over Jackson.
Okay. How about this, Clayton? I'm just gonna start reading after the month's over.
Whoa!
What if I said that?
That would make me upset.
Then you would have to wait. Upset. You would have to only read that batch, and then you'd have to wait even.
You wouldn't even know what the batch is.
Mm-hmm.
You could safely read like 2 chapters.
Oh.
I am. Look, I'm missing it. I'm so desperate for it. I wouldn't say I am mad at. Genuinely, mad at me. I think that this especially because like one of the things I've learned in my
a bunch of ass kisses
in my whoa let me defend my point. One of the things I have learned in my reread at this breakneck speed I have been reading One Piece at is that Clayton putting little shackles on me and tying me to the wall
that's crazy.
Much like someone we know from
not related to One Piece
has really, really heightened my experience of One Piece. So my soul is in Clayton's hand, and I trust him implicitly, and whatever he says goes in my opinion.
So Are you saying you want to make it a 4-episode thing because your punk ass is like, well, the audience won't have the same month break? Is that your main reason?
Yeah. But look, I'll say this. It sounds like we're hungry. It sounds like y'all maybe have a bit of stakes in this. It sounds like the chips are down. And so it might be time for a little game of sorts. I think perhaps it would be possible for y'all to knock a week off your sentence, but
we have to
Are we doing trivia?
We have to
win it?
That depends on how well you've been paying attention.
We all just peeked our mics. I saw all of the mic peak lines.
If I had my Gwimbly gun on me right now.
So let me tell y'all how this is gonna work.
Okay.
I have written myself, and I think y'all will have a little help here because we've got Jackson here to help, who has very recently read a large portion of the story.
And Hayden reread
and
it.
Hayden, who has very recently read almost the exact opposite portion.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Boom.
we've got some good minds to put together on this. However, this trivia is going to be a little bit difficult.
Can I use my notes? My One Piece notes?
No.
Well, why did I write that?
This is a closed notes section.
Okay.
This is all top of your dome.
God.
Okay.
No Google. There
So
are
if
20
he asks-
questions.
If he asks about anyone's names, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
I can't
Oh,
remember.
I'm so good when. Wait, so also for the audience, guys, we're starting with this One Piece section for our little hiatus from One Piece. We will be talking about JoJo,
Yes.
for the later portion.
Yes.
So stick
Yes.
around. We'll be talking about 4 episodes, episodes 6 through 9 of Stone Ocean.
There are 20 questions.
Like that game.
To win, to move on, to earn that time, you need to get 15 questions correct.
Okay,
Okay.
easy.
Is there a time limit?
Wait, hold on.
What's up?
So the penalty of losing,
An extra week.
the penalty of losing is that we have to wait until we've recorded 4 episodes,
Yes.
and the penalty of winning, or the reward for winning, is
You
that-
knock an episode off.
So, then
So after
we
this, there
kinda,
will be 2 more episodes. There are 20 questions. To get to win, you need 15 questions correct. I will be asking these questions to you, and you will be expected to answer them off the top of your head. However, you get 5 lifelines.
Damn.
Are we taking turns about answering them?
No.
Okay.
These will be all of you collaborating on the answers for these. For these 5 lifelines, if you choose to use one, I will then give you multiple choice answers
Okay.
for you to select from.
Okay.
Are we...
So each of us gets collectively we get 5 lifelines.
Collectively, there are 5
And
lifelines.
did you say that is there a time limit we have to answer in?
No.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Do we have to like if we get it wrong, is that the final? Like if someone blurts it out and they're wrong?
I'm going to ask for final answers.
Okay. Cool.
If we don't know, can you tell us?
No.
Damn.
Book.
Okay.
Question number 1. Are we ready, everybody?
Yes.
All right. What is the name of Shanks's first mate?
No.
I know the answer.
It's Beckman, right?
It's Ben Beckman.
Ben Beckman.
Final answer?
I don't fucking know.
Oh, so wait, are we on a timer? How long do we have?
No timer.
no
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, Ben
Y'all seem
Beckman.
confident.
Wait. Yeah.
His first, yeah.
It's Ben Beckman.
Yes.
Final answer?
Yep.
Yeah.
Ben Beckman
Okay.
is the correct
All right.
answer. Would somebody mind? Is there a writing
Yeah.
utensil or something? I didn't think this far ahead.
Yeah, Audrey, you want to?
I got it. I'll do it.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
This feels like the JoJo episode we're about to go over, actually.
Oh yeah.
And that's exactly what I was thinking of.
Damn, I
like,
think we should. Maybe we should. Never mind.
Okay, 1 correct.
1 correct. Second question. What is the name of Kuro's pirate crew?
It's the Black Cat Pirates.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, is it Black? It's Black Cat Pirates, right? I think it is.
I know. Cat is in the name.
Uh huh.
Yeah, I'm pretty
It
sure
is.
it's
I'm
the Black
pretty
Cat.
sure it's Black Cat.
You read it
Pirates.
most recently,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna
Yeah.
believe you.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
Black
that.
Cat Pirates.
Final answer.
Final answer is the Black Cat Pirates.
Yes.
That is 2 correct.
Yeah.
Wait, I was scared. I wasn't sure if it was verifying or affirming.
Yeah.
All right.
Too bad.
Question number 3. What is the name of the sword given to Zoro by Kuina?
Oh God, I'm gonna
Side
butcher
kick.
it.
It's not the Kitetsu, I know that for
it's
sure.
It's TW. It's the
Watomashi.
something. What? God damn it! Oh fuck.
You've got 5 lifelines if you need them. There's
Yeah,
some
oh,
crazy shit on my computer right now.
I think we can lifeline this because
I-
I will know it when I hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If all these are what are the names of, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
Not all of them, but some of them.
Okay.
All right. Lifeline it.
Lifeline. First lifeline used. That's 1 lifeline. You've got 4 remaining. Option A, Sandai Kitetsu.
That's not it.
Option B, Yubashiri. Option C, Shusui. Option D, Wado Ichimonji.
Yep,
It's
that's
a
it.
Wado Ichimonji.
I recognize. It's one of the last 2. Are we
It's-
sure?
it's-
It's
I'm
100%
100% sure it is D.
All right.
Sounds confident. Is everybody okay with that being the final answer?
Yes.
All right. The answer is Wado Ichimonji.
Okay.
All of those are names of swords that Sordo has wielded.
Zoro's evil twin.
Sordo.
Very. That is 3 out of 3 questions answered correctly. However, you only have 4 lifelines left.
It's okay.
We're so good at this, you guys.
Y'all are doing good. Up
We're
next,
fucked, bro.
there were 4 ideals on the path to the upper yard in Skypiea. There was the ordeal of balls, ordeal of iron, the ordeal of strings, and what was the 4th ordeal?
Was it
Swamp.
fire?
It's swamp.
Swamp.
It is swamp. That was Gadetsu's ordeal. Was swamp.
Okay. I that
That
sounds
sounds
familiar.
right.
It wasn't fire. Was fire?
No, fire was not one
I
of
was
them.
thinking-
It was the because in ours it was our translation referred to it as the challenge.
Yeah.
Challenge of the ball,
Yeah.
challenge of iron,
So-
challenge of
so-
string, and challenge of swamp.
Okay.
So ball, iron, string, and swamp.
And swamp.
You seem
I-
confident.
you seem
Yes,
confident.
I'm 100% sure that this is correct.
Okay.
Final answer?
Yep.
Yeah.
The correct answer is swamp.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I read Skypiea like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Hayden even knew Gedatsu's name,
Yeah.
which is impressive.
I like him a lot. He's a funny guy.
This next question, number 5, that is 4 out of 4 questions correct, by the way. No wrong answers yet. Before deserting, Jaguar D. Sol was in the Navy. What was his position?
He was a vice admiral.
He was a vice admiral. He was a
Admiral.
vice
Yeah,
admiral.
Vice Admiral sounds right.
Sure.
Final answer?
Yes.
That is correct.
Yeah.
He was a vice admiral.
You guys, I'm correct. Oh my gosh.
We're a third of the way there.
Whoa.
We're like literally 1/3 of the way there.
just to win back what we already talked about.
What was Zeph's nickname as a pirate?
Red
leg.
Red leg?
Oh,
But
okay.
as a
This is
pirate.
Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
Okay, so in our translation, it was Red Foot Zeph.
Okay.
But I have heard it as Red Leg Zeph.
Well, I think Clayton will be accepting of this.
Oh.
I don't know.
Well, in our then I think we should go with our translation.
Our translation was
Yeah.
Red Foot.
Okay.
Okay.
Because his foot, he kicked so hard, his foot was
Yeah.
dyed red.
yeah,
It is red.
I feel like I've heard both.
Yeah, I have definitely heard both, but I think our translation specifically refers to it as Red Foot. Because I remember reading that in my reread of Baratier and being like, I thought it was Red Leg.
Yeah.
But our translation refers to it as Red Foot.
Red foot. What if it's neither? It's just like Zeph 3000.
Cool ass Zeph.
Yeah. Awesome Zeph.
So you went with Red Foot?
Yeah.
That is correct.
Yes.
I would have accepted Red Shoe Zeph as well, as that is another way that I have seen it translated.
Okay.
That is
Where did I
6
get red-
out of 6.
Where did we get Red Leg from? Is the
Black Leg Sanji.
Yeah.
Black Leg
Black Leg
Sanji.
Sanji.
However,
Okay.
I checked the wiki and he's on there as Red Leg Zeph. So
Maybe
who fucking knows?
maybe
Somebody-
the show, the live action show, referred to him as Red Leg.
Maybe.
Okay.
With that, we're going to move on to our question 7. What is the name of the camel heavily featured in Alabasta?
Eyelashes.
Yeah.
Eyelashes.
Final answer?
In Alabaster, right?
Yeah.
And Alabasta.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Yeah. Easy.
Um,
I can't wait for y'all to see.
Make these harder.
I can't wait for y'all to see how Jackson's keeping track of that.
Oh my god. Okay.
up next, what is the name of the mayor of Windmill Village?
Whoop slap. My favorite character, Whoop slap.
Do y'all want to hear the multiple choice just for
Yeah.
Okay.
For fun.
I had Jump Hop, Whoop Slap, Bend Snap, and Judy Hops.
Sounds like a Friday night.
That's
to me.
amazing.
So that is 8 out of 8 answered correctly so far. We only need 7 more. I'm getting pretty worried that I have made this too easy.
Well, we had to
We're
use a
gonna
lifeline
perfect
already.
it.
So
If you perfect it, then I'll say we can talk about getting the wait time lowered again.
Okay.
whoa.
If you perfect it.
Okay.
Let's
Sure.
perfect this shit.
Crocodile uses a substance to steal the rain from the people of Alabasta. What is this substance called?
The dance powder?
Dance
Dance
powder.
powder. Yep.
Damn, yeah, I'd forgotten that, but it's definitely dance powder.
Final answer?
Yep.
Yeah.
The answer is dance powder.
Yeah.
What code name does Vivi use when she is in disguise in Baroque work?
Miss
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Final answer?
This Wednesday.
Wednesday.
That is correct.
Yeah.
This one might be a little trickier. I'm not positive. Not including Nero, there are 7 assassin members of CP9. How many are Devil Fruit users?
Blue.
Okay.
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 Bluno.
Yeah. So Bluno,
Lucci.
Lucci.
Khalifa,
Yeah.
Kaku.
Kaku, the wolf guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hair guy he's just got the breathing technique.
He's not a devil fruit
Mouth guy.
No,
You said not including here. Not including.
Not including Nero, and that is
Yeah.
the
That's the
guy that
train,
Frank,
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Frankie
the guy on the
fights.
train.
on.
The guy on the train. Yeah.
So at
I don't
least five.
think
Yeah, he's just a
Mouth
weird
guy.
guy,
Yeah,
right?
he's just fucking crazy.
Just a weird guy. Because it's like.
Because
not
who
What
else
did
is
he
there?
do to
Zip
fuck?
fruit
Yeah,
or
he was just
something.
using the six
Who fought?
technique.
Who was fighting someone when Chopper went sicko mode and threw them off the ledge?
That
Oh,
was
Yeah,
mouth
that's who
guy.
we're-
That was Mouth
No,
Guy.
no,
Yeah.
and no, that was hair guy.
Hair guy.
Yeah,
and
that
then
was Hair
mouth
Guy. And was he drowning as a devil fruit user or no?
No one. That was no
Oh,
one was
yeah.
drowning as a devil fruit user.
Yeah. Mouth guy
Right.
fell in the water. He didn't
Yeah,
drown.
Yeah,
so
he's not.
because they
He's
got
not.
out. Yeah,
That's
he
right.
jumped out.
That's right.
Then there you go.
So is that 5? Are we forgetting anyone? We've got
So Blue, no.
There's 7 members total.
Not including Spam Dam, there's 7 members.
Is Nero included in the 7 that
No.
we're trying?
No.
Okay, so
I
there's
kicked him out
7
because he's a flunky.
Okay,
Yeah,
there's
so
7
he
excluding
didn't make the
Nero,
cut.
and
And
out
there's
of those 7, there's
5
5
devil
devil
fruit
fruit
users.
users.
That sounds about right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Lock it in.
lock it in.
5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all are correct. Fukuro is not a devil fruit user, and neither is the man with the moving hair. Though they both seem like they
They're-
would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freaks.
They're just freaks of nature.
This one also might be a little. We're getting to the area where I started putting some more tricksy
Is
stuff
this
in.
11?
Yes,
Y'all have answered 11 correctly.
We have 4
We're moving on
lifelines
to
left.
12. Each of the admirals go by epithets, not their real names. What is Admiral Aokiji's real name?
Kuzan.
Well, I don't even know you guys.
Aokiji?
Yeah.
That's Kuzan.
Okay. Yeah, I trust you.
Okay,
Final answer?
sure.
Yeah.
Josh is correct. It is
Yeah.
Kuzan. There's also Bolsonaro, who is
Kizaru?
Kizaru, and Sakazuki, who is a Kainu.
Kizaru's like Italian or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Huh? The name or him?
Well, his name sounds Italian.
Bolsonaro does sound very Italian.
Bolognese.
Bolognese. This one, I have a good feeling might make y'all use a lifeline.
Okay.
Not including Buggy himself, name one member of Buggy's original
dude.
crew.
Who is the ear? Who's
Ah,
the
shit.
ear hair guy?
Does Alvita count?
Ear
No,
guy.
that's not an original crew.
What was the name of the lion?
I think I will know it if we use a lifeline. I think I'll hear
Yeah.
one of them.
Yeah.
That is.
We're kind of killing it. Let's use one.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
lifeline.
We have 4 lifelines left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
A. Bumpo the Lion Tamer. B. Uroki. C. Kabaji. D. Ryuma.
Kabaji
Definitely not
sounds...
It's
Ryuma.
Kabaji.
Sounds
Kabaji sounds
familiar.
Kabaji, I
familiar.
believe, is the sword guy
Okay.
because it's Kabaji's acrobatic, whatever.
Final answer.
Final answer.
All right. With that, y'all have answered 13 out of 13
Dang.
correctly.
Boom.
And you have
It-
used 2 of your lifelines.
It really is that we're just 4 people. Like we're the brain power 4 people.
Uh-huh.
That is true.
That's why we're, I think, doing so well.
On
very
the
proud
very
of you.
last one, we should all write down our answers independently, and we only get it right if all of us we're on the same page.
I don't
Yeah,
want to
'cause-
do. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's gonna be the hardest one. Is
14. Enel briefly died before restarting his own heart in Skypiea. Who kills him?
Was it Robin?
No, it
No.
was what's the Shandian's name? The main Shandian.
Oh, the Impact
something
Burst guy, right?
like
Wiper.
Wiper.
yeah,
Wiper.
Wiper.
Wait, how does he kill him?
Yeah, the
Impact.
rejectile.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that part was awesome.
Yeah, it's
The
fucking-
dial,
I didn't
right.
even. In my reread, I caught that he restarted his heart and that he like fully killed Enel, which was fucking awesome.
That's so. Cool.
Yeah, it's Wiper.
Final answer?
Mm-hmm.
Correct answer is Wiper.
Wow. One more.
You need one more and you will knock a week off, and then we can start competing to maybe get 2 weeks off.
Wow.
Question number 15. What are the 3 types of hockey?
Observation, conqueror, and armament.
That's okay. Cool. The Arthur
Yeah.
Herman's armament.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is correct. We have knocked a week off of the sentence.
Damn.
Wow.
After that, so I'll say this: we get to 20. I'm not saying it's guaranteed
Yeah.
we go down to 2 episodes, but I will say that I'll say this: if y'all get 20 out of 20 on this, I'll make another game
Yeah.
for y'all to potentially win another week off, and that's what next week will be.
Cool.
But if not, then this is our only chance to reduce the time.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay, cool. We have 3 lifelines
Yeah.
left, correct?
Yes,
Cool.
correct.
3 lifelines.
3
left.
lifelines and 5 questions.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm scared, you guys.
Me too.
Everybody ready?
Yes.
And things do get a little bit tricky from here.
Oh my gosh. Smashing like that subscribe button, y'all.
Oh yeah,
Smash that like
follow
button.
us if you want to know more. Follow
No more.
Follow us on
What?
Twitter at Hot Pod
But, like-
Crusaders. Follow us on TikTok, Strawhat.Crusaders.
Let us know your
Subscribe.
score in the comments.
what's-
Subscribe on YouTube. We know a lot of you that watch are not subscribed. I look at the analytics.
And hit that motherfucking bell.
and hit that bell.
Yeah, and put in the comments if you actually got them all right. All right,
Please,
Like,
no.
if you
everybody
didn't
put
look it
your
up like a
scores in
loser.
the comment. What is the name of the man who climbed the red line and freed
Bro.
Boa Hancock and the rest of the slaves
I'll know it if I hear
from Mary Joie?
Yeah,
Dude, I do
I want to
not
see if
know.
maybe we
It has-
can
he has, like,
get it.
Danger in his name or something.
I don't
Danger.
think
Not
so.
danger.
God, Clayton was just telling me like the other day about how cool this guy is.
We have 3
I can't
lifelines left,
fucking-
and we have 5 questions left. I know I will know it if I hear it.
Okay, let's use a lifeline.
Third lifeline being used. Things are getting tense. Is it A, Eau Rouge, B, Mont Blanc,
No,
C, Fisher Tiger,
that's
Yeah.
it.
or D, Vasco Shot?
It's Fisher Tiger.
Yeah, for sure, Tiger.
Final answer?
Sure.
That is correct. It is Fisher Tiger.
He's awesome.
16 out of 16 correct. On to 17.
Did you knock a lifeline off?
Oh,
Who is the first division commander of the Whitebeard Pirates?
That is Marco.
Marco.
Yeah,
the
Marco.
Phoenix.
Mhm.
Marco
Marco,
the
baby.
Phoenix.
Everybody agree?
Yes.
Final answer? That is correct.
Woo!
Moving on. Number 18. You just need 3 more correct. You have 2
oh my gosh.
lifelines left.
Holy fuck!
Tom built a boat that was used by Gold D. Roger. What was the name of that boat?
Oro Jackson. It was the Oro Jackson, baby.
Yeah, that one's sealed into my mind.
Could never forget it.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Yep.
The correct answer is Oro Jackson.
Nice.
Y'all have 2 questions left and 2 lifelines left.
All right.
Okay.
Not counting Roger, who is the first character other than Luffy we meet that has the middle initial D?
Buggy D Clown. Okay.
Is it? Is it
was,
Ace?
Was it Garp, maybe?
No, it wasn't Garp. We met Ace before Garp, and we know that
we meet
podcast D Ace.
just we meet in the main story.
Yes.
Okay.
Not counting cover stories.
Okay. Let's see. Who all do we know that has the initial D?
Ace, Garp, Dragon.
But yeah.
We know that
Disraeli?
Jaguar has it.
Oh, we meet. It is Monkey D Dragon. We know that he has the D.
We don't know that till
Does Rayleigh
we
have
find
it?
out that Garp has it.
Does Rayleigh have it?
Not that I'm aware of.
No, not that I. Silver's Rayleigh has not been Silver's D Rayleigh
Okay.
referred to as. But we do meet Dragon before we meet Ace. We meet him in Loketown.
Are you
Yeah.
asking who we find out has a D initial first,
Who we meet.
or who we meet
Who,
in it?
who ends up having a D initial?
So we have to
right?
think retroactively
So
here.
Yeah.
I think it's Dragon. Right?
I would assume it's Dragon.
I would want to use a lifeline just to be sure.
Yeah, we have the two
Well,
lifelines.
Yeah.
Let's just
2 lifelines, 2 questions. Might as well.
Yeah.
Let's lifeline it.
A for Ace. B for Garp. C, Dragon, or D, Teach.
Yeah, it's good. Okay, it's Dragon.
Yeah, I'll say Dragon.
We do meet.
Dragon.
Dragon is the
Dragon
first one
is-
we
we
meet
meet
of
him
all
first,
those.
yes.
Yes.
Okay.
That one was a little bit tricky, but y'all got it.
Mm.
That is 19 out of 19 correct.
Wow.
There's just one left. And this might be the hardest one yet. What is Clayton's favorite One Piece character?
It's Luffy.
Can we lifeline?
It's Luffy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Luffy.
It's Luffy.
It is Monkey D. Luffy.
Monkey
Well,
D.
let's lifeline because we still have it.
Yeah, let's
So-
Final
lifeline. Let's
answer?
just see what he
just
says.
See what's,
All right. A, Luffy. B, John Wick. C, Harry Potter. Or D, Barack Obama.
yeah.
No JoJo
Monkey
on the
D.
lifeline? Come on.
That's awesome.
I on those I did have actual characters answered, but y'all are going with Luffy.
Yeah.
That is 20 out of 20.
That's awesome.
Next week we will play a game to try to get an extra week knocked off y'all's sentence.
Which means that if we get an extra week knocked off next week, that means we'll just be starting reading, no?
Yes, sir.
Whoop. Oh, well, I guess that concludes our One Piece section.
Yes, it
Speaking
does.
of games.
Wait.
Oh.
Whoa.
No, nothing crazy.
Okay.
But since we're not going to be talking about One Piece, well, I guess we'll talk about One Piece every time. But
Yes.
I mentioned that okay, you guys.
I'm listening.
I know what the anime voices sound like, right? You know, I haven't only read, and so having like voice headcanons isn't like something that can't be disproven, right? Like I could just watch the show and see what they canonically sound like, right? But it has come to my attention that I would like to retcon in my head what the voice of a character sounds like. And what?
That's awesome.
Just because I think you guys will agree with me. So imagine the anime doesn't exist.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Imagine the anime doesn't exist, and it's just the manga that we're reading.
Sure.
What in my heart, what Brooke the skeleton sounds like in my heart, you guys. I've realized the perfect casting
Okay.
is none other than Matthew Perry.
For who?
R.I.P. baby.
Brooke?
For
For
Brooke?
Brooke.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys.
Okay.
I've been seeing a lot. The Fallout show happened. He's in that. He has, and simply because
Matthew
Whoa.
Perry?
I'm sorry. Yes.
Because he was in Fallout. He was in one of the games.
It's in the trailer that he voices one of the robots has his voice and
That must
everything.
be one of his
So
final
is his
roles.
his final role?
I don't know.
Because he's dead. Perfect.
You
Adriana's
guys,
heartbroken right
you
now.
guys, I made a mistake.
Is it not Matthew Perry that you're talking about?
Matthew Bear.
Matthew Bear. I thought that's
Okay.
who you were talking about.
Wait, who's Matthew Perry?
I was like,
Perry would be insane.
it was like, whoa.
Guys,
Yeah, I was like, okay.
I was like, I can see
I
that.
was like, oh no, they don't like it.
No.
Guys, it was not Matthew
Matthew
Perry.
Bear. Matt Berry
Matthew
is
Berry.
perfect.
Who's Matt Berry?
Laszlo from What We Do in the Shadows.
Yes! Oh my god!
I've just been seeing so many people talk about his, like, how awesome his line deliveries are, and he just puts so much zest on it, and so I've been listening to the audios of all his, like, Laszlo lines, and it's like, dude, this is so good.
Matt Owens.
It would be so believable.
Matt Owens, showrunner of One Piece. I know you're listening to this podcast. I know that you listen, and I know that you're a big fan and you like every video. So can you please make that happen? I don't care who you initially had, and I know
Rip
this
his
won't be
skin off.
this won't be till season 4 or 5 of the One Piece live action at this rate. But please make sure that it's Matt Berry.
Matt Berry.
Okay.
Yeah, he does sound like somebody who hasn't talked to somebody in 80 years.
Literally,
Yeah.
I have like a TikTok of someone like, you know, like, oh, look at these funny Laszlo lines. It's like a compilation of his awesome lines. I'm gonna show you guys, and you're gonna imagine Brooke saying them in your head, and your mind's gonna explode.
Fuck yeah.
That's awesome.
I can't believe I said Matthew Perry and ruined everything. That was great.
It was especially confusing because Matthew Perry was in Fallout.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I was like,
Vegas.
oh, that's believable.
right.
That's such a funny
Like,
coincidence.
yeah, guys, he's in
I
the
was
Fallout show.
It's like, oh, I didn't know they were doing homage to New
He
Vegas.
is quite dead. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
R.I.P.
Anyway. That's just a fun little thought I had.
Clayton.
That is fun thought.
I think it's time for
Choo-choo.
Jojo.
Jojo.
Well, we watched some JoJo episodes.
Yeah.
True.
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 Word.
Where? What? These were fun.
Clayton saw the asshole on his TV, on his computer.
He's casting it to the TV.
These were fun, you say?
These were fun. I liked them. I
Yeah.
had a good time. This was like, things are chill right now. Especially with like
prison.
part 5. It's been a sec since the stakes have been like, oh shoot, there's a stand guy here.
Yeah.
You know what
Is that
I'm
what they
saying?
sound like in your head? Is
Yes.
that what retconning the anime?
That's I
in your
retconned.
head, that's what they
I
sound
actually
like?
retconned my inner voice to be Matthew Berry.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, there's a stand. But yeah, it feels like we're just having fun,
Yeah.
having nice little stand fights.
Yeah.
Um,
And you watched Hermes's introduction or Kiss's introduction.
Stickers
Yes.
with Captain Suicide.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you watched also the Foo Fighters introduction episodes and the Mira
Yes.
Shown Marilyn Manson fight.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So yeah, Hermes. Wow.
I like her.
Yeah.
Me too.
I'm a big
She's so
fan.
awesome.
She's awesome. This like trio here is like rock solid.
Yeah.
Yes.
From the jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though one of them got exploded.
One of them got
That's
One of them
exploded.
is a
That
corpse,
was-
a puppeted corpse.
That moment, Clayton's been saying for forever. Like, who is the third person in
Yeah.
the intro? Like,
Who
this
was that
little-
lefty?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He calls them lefty because they're on the left side of the trio when they pose.
And so it was so funny when
When she
Clayton
fucking
recognized her. Clayton recognized Atro, and he made sense of it, and then she exploded to bits. It was
Uh-huh.
hilarious.
I was kind of what I was like, oh, she doesn't look very confident. She looks confident in the intro so much. And she's all like, and then she just dies and they move on.
Immediately.
And I was like, okay. I wonder if Araki like drew Atro and was like, I like this design. Too bad this character's nothing.
This one's got a little kick to it.
Because I mean, from the beginning, there was like the concept of of Foo Fighters like having a body.
Yes.
So I wonder where he decided for it to be that specific. I wonder if that was
Yeah.
because he could have just kept it as the original person, the original body.
Uh-huh.
We love a she-they character.
True.
I think canonically, at least in the English translation, Foo Fighters canon pronouns are they them.
Oh.
But people refer to
Yeah.
them with she as well, and
That makes sense.
And obviously, Foo Fighters themselves is not picky.
Yeah.
As long as you call them Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
It's they, you know.
Sure.
Glug/glug. Water.
That's true.
Water.
I love the explanation of the joke is like, I just need one word to explain this joke I just made. Water. That's all I'm going to say. Not going to waste any breath.
But I'm a big fan of Foo Fighters.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Not
love
so
Foo
much
Aren't they awesome?
when they're not in a human body.
What?
Yeah.
not?
I like monster fucker Foo Fighters.
Excuse me,
Huh?
what?
The Monster Who?
So I don't remember
Fighters
anyone
is
saying
the
anything about
Monster
that part.
fucker Foo
As in,
Fighters.
I'm a monster fucker because I'd fuck monster Foo Fighters.
You would not.
You would not.
Shut up.
I would think about.
Josh, let me.
Nah, I wouldn't.
Okay.
But like, I think I
Because
would.
I was about to
consider-
have some words with you because we've had this conversation before that you and I know you would not watch.
Adriana has seen you turn down a monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait. What monster have I turned out? What are you talking about?
No, with Foo Fighters pre-human form. That's you.
Men can't change.
Foo Fighters can.
Whoa. That's awesome.
Water.
What were you saying?
No, I was just saying that it's come up like you've said pass on pre-human Foo Fighters, so I was just calling you out for that lie. But then you admitted to it. So
I
it's
just feel like yeah, never mind. Yeah, Foo Fighters is a bunch of plankton. How do you feel about that?
That's interesting.
Smash or pass?
I guess in the Atro form, smash. I guess.
Yeah.
In the Foo Fighters form, no thanks.
Wait, you
no,
wanna
I don't
have
think
sex
so
with a
because
corpse?
yeah, it's
Yeah, you'd
a
rather-
corpse
you'd rather
and
do
it's being
that.
piloted by amoeba.
Yeah.
Like, I guess I would have to pass.
It's not a corpse when it's in plankton form.
Eh?
No, we're talking about we're saying Clayton would
Oh.
would rather.
No, she keeps the vitals going. On Atro.
You know, that is a good point because what are we if not just like
Well,
Cells.
pieces of meat
Mitochondria.
that are being controlled
There's,
by
like,
an organ? You know,
chunks of her that are just like recolored plankton though.
Yeah.
'Cause her hand is and like when Atro got blown up, like her upper body got obliterated. Like that was a big ass explosion.
yeah.
I like how Foo Fighters is like, yeah, I can't really heal you. I put this
Let
whole.
me lick your blood.
I can put whole bodies together with flesh, but sorry, I'm just gonna lick your little wounds. Hey guys, it's Josh, your favorite Straw Hat Crusader here, just chiming in. I want to let you know we lost about the next minute of audio, so just so
the little change of subject makes sense. Basically, I brought up how I love how awesome and badass and cunning Jolyne is in these fights that we watched. So sorry about that. We're working on our technical situation, but that's about, again, just a minute of audio that we lost. So let's get back to the show.
I forgot how awesome she was dealing with Mirashone.
Yeah.
Yep.
And even dealing with
With
Foo Fighters, she like creates a net, like a net bridge
To walk on.
Uh-huh.
to get to Hermes, and then I fucking love Stone Free so goddamn much. Man.
She has like that. She absolutely has the Jotaro power of like. She starts doing something badass, and somebody's like, "No, they're gonna get you," and she's like, and owns them.
The fuck you mean? Yeah.
It's awesome. She's very cool.
Well, and I think also though, like we've seen a lot of character development with Jolyne already. Like I feel like episode 1 Jolyne is just like she's not fucking around. She's a hardening quick in terms of like the resolve she needs to have to get through this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, her dad finally told her that he loved her. We completely didn't. We don't have to talk about this a lot. We did not mention that at all on the last podcast. Like Jolyne reacting to her dad, Jotaro, who's never said he loves anyone.
Never loved anyone.
Who says whose last words are, "You've always been incredibly important to me." Clayton, how'd you feel about that?
That was nice.
Thank you.
I'm glad he did that.
Yeah.
And we for so long we ain't seen him do nothing like that.
No.
And he
Bare
knows in
minimum
that
king.
moment.
It really, I feel like if Jotaro hadn't been set up, because my first reaction to Jotaro being like a shitty father, quote unquote, was like, God damn it, I really like this guy.
Yeah.
But, which is still true. He's, like unforgivable. His lack of presence in Jolyne's life. But, at least he was set up as a character to just be that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like he's particularly cold to Jolyne.
Yeah.
It's just like it makes you assume that he is just, there is no exception for, this is just how he is, which is okay.
I mean,
but
yeah. When you think about it, I mean, like, people like Father Pucci and John Gallier have been running around for the last few decades. I don't know if Jotaro want to bring that at all around Jolyne. And what's crazy is that, like, guys, think about this. Jolyne's 19. She was born in 93 or 92. That means the Jotaro we see at the end of Stardust Crusaders is going to have a child in 3 years.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane.
Well, that's the thing. That's why
Yeah.
I'm not very forgiving of the like, oh, but he wanted to keep his family safe. Okay, if you're gonna do that, don't have a family.
Yeah, right.
I'm
You
sorry.
know?
They got knocked up. There's no way Jotaro. There's
That's
no way Jotaro wanted a baby, bro.
That is what I'm saying. Like, I want to know more about Jotaro's fucking wife, not Jotaro and Jolyne's relationship. Because how did that happen?
How did that
Yeah,
happen?
fuck Jolyne and Jotaro.
Okay.
I don't think that Jotaro knows how babies are made. I think he didn't mean to do that.
Maybe Star Platinum did it for him.
Yeah.
Jotaro's like, I'm reading about fish. Here, lay down. You'll feel something.
I mean, shit. I mean, there's star fingers. I don't know.
Boom.
Oh.
You think when Jotaro comes, he sounds like how he sounds whenever he
Josh,
loses his
I'm
shit?
gonna-
I
I'm
think
That is
as-
an excellent question.
I think it's so funny that you're like the straight guy, and you're probably, if I had to guess, if anyone would say that sentence at this table, I knew it would be you.
Here's
That's how he sounded.
my impression of Jotaro coming. He is dead silent for sure.
no,
His
actually-
face
and-
doesn't change.
And then he goes, "Good grief!" After that.
we actually edited that. Clayton just made the craziest noise. And you just
Yeah.
edited
Yeah.
They had to remove it for your safety.
Yeah.
Or actually-
Clayton just shattered
I'm-
6
He goes-
windows.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
it. Zooey mama.
Whenever you do your bit, I'm gonna just bleep it out so that people think you said something insane.
No. My joke was funny, and I want it in the damn episode.
But yeah, they're trying to save Jotaro. They find his disc.
They find his little disc.
His Star Platinum disc.
Little disc.
And we learned that stand discs cannot be used by anyone.
Just anyone.
Not just
What
anybody.
Not just
I could use them all.
Could Jolyne... Can somebody have 2 stands at once with these discs?
I don't know.
I feel like Jolyne could use Star Platinum. Oh, no. She blowed herself
tried.
up when she tried.
She tried using it.
That's an
I bet she'll
interesting.
figure it
That's it. Hey, you say you could use all of them. What do you guys think you would genuinely would be what stand disc would genuinely be compatible if it was inserted
of, like,
into your head?
existing ones?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a little different than the what stand would you have
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
It's just like what would you vibe with enough to be able to
I'm
handle.
kind of feeling like the World King Crimson Star Platinum, like stands like that, like shit like that,
I feel like... And see, I feel a lot of kinship to... one of my favorite characters, Kakyoin. I feel like maybe I could put little Emerald Splash in my head. Not Emerald Splash, but Hierophant Green.
I don't even.
Like kill myself, put an Emerald Splash in my head.
Oh yeah, that's right. How do you like Kakyoin? Because that was the episode I was on last time, and that's one of my favorite. Oh wait, I lied. I'm thinking of Koichi. Just kidding.
I do think I could take Echoes. I think I could. I could put Echoes in
That
my
checks
head.
out, yeah.
I want to say that because I feel like
Because of those misogynist thoughts you have in your head.
I love this like right at home.
I like to think that me and Josuke have a lot in common, and that I would just do Crazy Diamond is like the exact kind of stand that would work for me. That's not true. It's gonna be Kraftwerk. I think Kraftwerk is the stand.
Dude, yeah. Why does that make sense?
Because I like control. I have issues with control.
I think you could also have Sex Pistols.
Okay, that's just me.
Oh, if Josh had Sex
Sex
Pistols,
Pistols is awesome.
No, because that means I got voices in my head, which is true.
If Josh had Sex Pistols, he would crush them with his bare hands.
No.
I think he would get so
I am
annoyed.
not a parent.
Absolutely, and I think that's why it would work for. I don't know. I just feel like that, like
He wouldn't feed them.
yeah.
I would not. They die.
But
I'm saying Kraftwerk because I like the idea. It really jives with my personality of like dealing with control issues that I can freeze things in place. Mm-hmm. I think that's a good stand. I would want there's other stands I would like, but I'm definitely not like I don't have nearly enough belief in myself or ego to have something like Star Platinum or the World. And that's what that would take. Because that's also a matter of control.
That's the one you would want.
Yeah, because those are, I think, also jive with the idea of like having control over your environment. But
that just made me real. I think I could handle Moody Blues.
That would
sure.
ruin your life.
Yeah.
Having Moody Blues would ruin your fucking
absolutely
life.
But it would make sense.
But I would.
Why ruin your life?
Well,
Adriana would have access to everyone's secrets.
That'd be awesome.
What kind of things would you try to find out with that?
Well, okay. So I have I remember things that like not crazy. I don't have like a crazy special memory or anything, but I have a selective memory that seems to be more than average geared towards remembering what people say like verbatim and remembering specific like conversations and stuff. Like I've noticed like I don't know, I just from talking to people, I seem to be more focused on that than the general person. And so it would be so good to like be sure. You know what I mean?
That you could just
be sure. And I feel like since I have a focus on that, it's like it represents like I really am focused on like the specifics of what happened in a lot of cases, and so I feel like I would take advantage of that maybe a lot. Yeah.
I also think that Spice Girls would go really well with me. I think in a similar to like I think Spice Girls and Echoes for the same reason, because both of those stands are very based not necessarily on beating the shit out of your opponent, but like reflecting and like they're very like defensive and very like, oh, what you're doing, I'm just gonna push that back onto you,
Versatile.
which I think is how I deal with conflicts all the time. So making stuff like bouncy and stuff
Yeah. Well,
I
we're getting
feel-
psychologized right here.
Yeah.
What about you, Jackson?
I think because of just how straightforward and direct of a person I am, I feel like I would more likely be compatible with the stands from like earlier parts where the mechanic of it is not fucking complicated, like Magician's Red. I feel like would be a really good.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I feel like if it's like a 3-minute long essay to explain my ability, I don't think I'd be compatible with that. That would like, yeah.
Ooh, there's one from part 7 that I not only do I love, but I think would be perfect for me.
Well,
Okay, just say it.
can't wait.
What's its name?
20th Century Boy.
Oh
20th
my
Century Fox?
God.
Almost.
You're just saying that because you look like him, not the Stan the guy.
No,
I mean, you
I
do
also
look
think
like a
it kinda
20th century
jives with
boy.
my
Yeah.
with my situation.
Yeah. Slay.
Interesting.
Yeah. But we can't talk about that. We can't talk about that. Oh yeah, so we meet Lightning McQueen.
Lightning McQueen. He tries to
Lightning McQueen.
freaking end his own life.
I have so
Before
much
his
fun
time.
with that character. I don't know why
It's so
that
awesome.
specific character really stuck out to me as like a star moment from like part 6. It just like
It's
stays
so funny.
inside my head all the time. It's just I don't know why. I know it's just so silly.
Is it?
Suicide?
Not like
Suicide.
it's not like actual like the situation itself is not silly, but I
But
feel
it's
like
crazy.
it's a silly stand ability, like a objectively bad one, which I love objectively bad stands.
Me too, man.
And also the way the story handles it is really silly. For him to just like get done hanging himself and be like, okay, oh man, I couldn't do it. Time to go into the fucking sink and drown myself. It's just I appreciate the determination. I think is what makes it very very silly to me.
So
Yeah.
once again, we're sponsored by BetterHelp.
Thunder McQueen, I think, is a star.
But we also get Kiss,
Yeah.
which, oh shoot, what's her name?
Hermes.
Aramis. We get her stand, Kiss, who looks very similar to White Snake. And I made the guess that Aramis is his daughter.
I mean,
what I
honestly,
think.
it's not a terrible. This early in the story, not terrible to put together, but it's just not. It's just not.
I don't think
It's
you were
just-
supposed to confirm nor deny that.
But he,
It's just such a specific motif, the like long, tall crown of seemingly bones.
and I think
Right.
it's only on those two stands. you'll
Yeah,
ever
that
see
makes
those
sense.
two.
That makes sense.
But they both look awesome. I mean, I know not everyone at this table is going to agree. I think Kiss is one of my favorite. It's one of the best stands.
Kiss looks awesome.
Kiss also has one of my favorite stand abilities.
It's
Uh-huh.
really cool.
It's you can describe it in like less than like 2 sentences.
She can retweet things.
But
Yeah.
it has like so many creative uses that you can find in that. And I think that
Yeah.
those are like always my favorite stand abilities.
It is an ability that only someone like a Rocket could think of. Like who the fuck would think of
Duplicating
that?
things?
No, but specifically with a sticker, and specifically if you remove the sticker, the things smash back together so
yeah.
fast that they damage. Like
Yeah.
no one else is doing that, and he did that 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I just don't like Kiss's face area is aesthetically displeasing to me. That's all. I like the stand.
That's fair.
Just the nose part. It looks like
An alien,
yeah,
like a
It's
fish.
just like
it looks like a
the
fish.
flat nose face thing. It's just like weird. Like it looks like Squidward, evil Squidward.
Yeah.
But Squidward has a nose. What am I thinking
he?
of? I feel like
I
I'm
wouldn't know.
thinking of like a really specific character.
I'm
like,
thinking of
like a nostalgic character that I just think is ugly.
Ebony
Is
Maw.
it Matthew Perry?
Yeah. That's Matthew Perry.
Smash.
Yeah.
Smash Kiss?
I
You
think
could have
so.
2 dicks.
I'm also
Yeah, they give me 2 dicks and they jerk off both of
Dude,
them.
and then
Yeah.
that
And then
but then
when
they
they
take him off, that
smash
would
together.
which
hurt.
I mean, you kind of think about cock and ball torture with Kiss, bro.
Yeah.
You got
get
4
Cock and
balls.
balls and
Four
balls and
balls.
balls.
Wait,
4
but why would
balls.
you want 2 dicks while you're? Why would you want to have that?
There's
you
2
know what-
holes.
2 dicks, I'm getting jerked off twice? Come on.
Come
I'm also like, look, I think Hermes is so awesome. I have a little.
Oh my
crush
god,
on
I'm
her.
so precious.
Hermes is
Yeah.
awesome.
Hermes,
I
yeah.
think she and Jolyne are they have very different backgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
I said too much.
Hermes is Poochie's daughter.
Yeah.
But I think Hermes and Jolyne really are two kind of besties who are like they're friends because they're so alike. Like they have very similar attitudes and they have very similar kind of like I don't know. They both are vulnerable in a way. Does that make sense?
Also,
Yeah.
Hermes' vocabulary, I think, is like she always says things, and the way that she says things and communicates what she's thinking is always either really funny or really just cool.
Yeah. I think what you said about that they're both vulnerable, I think that that comes from like the position they're in. Like Araki's really, I think, exemplifying the like one of the most vulnerable things you could be is at the mercy of the state government as like a woman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I feel like maybe the similarity is like they're not like personality wise, but that they're handling this really vulnerable situation like in the same way.
With sensitivity?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real.
Jolyne Hermes is a lot less confident, I think, than Jolyne at this
At
point.
this point,
Yeah,
for sure.
because she's like, Jolene's got this mission. You know, she's focused. There's so many shots of Jolyne that are like, where she just looks fucking awesome.
The moment in the FF fight where Hermes is like she's trusting me to do this to like save the police captain.
Yeah,
That was
that
sick.
was
It was a
great.
great moment.
Yeah.
For sure.
100%.
It was very like shonen, like
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead. You've got this.
Yes.
You're putting your faith in me.
Yeah. It kind of reminded me of like a Luffy move. not
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah,
lie.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Uh-huh.
I loved it.
But
I lost my train of thought. Go ahead.
So Poochie has the ability to give life, or not life, but intellect. He can give an intellect disc to a bunch of plankton.
Yeah.
I'll just tell you this much: it's never confirmed how he thought of that, but
He dropped a disc in the water.
Yeah,
that's the
100%.
working accepted theory is that he found a disc, an intellect disc that he thought was stupid or worthless, and he threw it in that pond, and ended up hitting, I guess, a swarm of plankton, which then created Foo Fighters, and then he was like, I can use this.
Which is interesting because, that's like the whole compatibility thing. Maybe he did try to use that on people, but it didn't work on anyone.
Yeah.
And so it ended up working on literally the oldest multicellular organism on the earth.
Yeah, it's like this disc just has just knows a bunch of philosophers who talk about the universe or something. It's not working on anyone. But then he finds out that plankton is actually the perfect vessel for this thing that will spout theory about.
Yep.
I
universe.
have a question for y'all. Do y'all feel like Part 6 is dated? And what I mean by that is, every part is in a different era of time. Do you feel like Part 6 is modern, present day, or do you feel like it's in a time?
Like
it's
the
timeless, like-
subject matter, or literally the setting within the
Literally
world.
the setting. Like, would you say, like, if it said Part 6, present day, would you be like, yeah, that's right? Or would you
Feels
be like,
like-
that's
But I mean,
dated?
they said it's 2011. They specified.
No, I know, but like, what
Do you think it holds up?
I think I could assume that it's present day, but 2010s is not too far off.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the same way about like I feel like part 5 and part 6 both don't feel like they care about the time that they're in too terribly much. Like it doesn't feel
Yeah.
like a period. They're not period pieces.
Well, because part 5, I feel like it'd be hard to tell. Maybe like Italian people could tell better because
They would know what it was like.
yeah, because for us it's already a foreign setting,
Yeah.
And even though it's in Florida, it's still none of us have been to prison.
all of us have
so-
been to Florida prison.
Well, yeah, that's true.
we took a field trip.
I forgot about that actually.
I guess what I'm getting at is this, like, there's usage of like the main enemy's stand stand is using CDs and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, like, we're all kind of on the cusp of, like, millennial Gen Z's vibe. I'm wondering if there's, like, the newer audiences are like, whoa, this is vintage as fuck as a CD. Or
I think
They
we
did
are
it-
old enough to have that not put up any like alarm bells for us.
Also,
because
If Whitesnake was made today, he'd make iPods come out of their heads.
it's
no,
really
even iPods would be like dated.
he would make Neuralinks pop into their brains.
No, he would make vape pens.
Yeah.
Cybertruck.
Vape this and get a stand.
I think that this is actually
Literally.
okay. I'm gonna try one more time to make the point I'm gonna make, and y'all need to be.
no,
We're having fun.
Yeah, they're vape pins.
They're vape pens.
stands.
I think I'm really glad you brought that up because Stone Ocean is actually kind of unique in terms of the JoJo parts, in terms of like when it was written. This is the furthest in the future Araki ever wrote, and I think it actually kind of shows because obviously parts 1 and 2 were written way before, or take place way before they were written. Parts 3, 4, and 5 all are around the same, maybe a couple years ahead, but he started Stone Ocean 2000, so this is a 11-year leap, and I think that was a big 11 years because there is definitely a missing presence of smartphones. Like by this point,
In
smartphones
the prison?
I don't think so.
well, just in general. But yeah, I mean, phones do get like mobile phones aren't even showing up really at all so far.
But it even in 2011 they existed, but I don't think they were normalized yet. My parents still had like a BlackBerry, and I had little Motorola flip phone as my first phone.
Well, even those BlackBerry, even the not even the touchscreen, but just the smart cell phone
I
in
guess
general.
that might be considered.
But but it being in a prison is kind of a perfect opportunity because it makes sense that even if it kind of covers Araki's tracks in a way. But I do think that like Araki creates characters who look so outside of our world in terms of fashion that it's not like they got locked into the early-os punk scene. It does fit though. I mean, I think it does.
I thought at first you were talking about. Sorry, you were done, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were talking about like, is it dated? Like, is it less like PC or whatever than now? Because I forgot during the baseball catch scene in the manga, I love it. It's there's the manga has Foo Fighters is like doing that weird pose and throwing the ball like a freak.
Right. I forgot
And
about
Jolyne in the manga says like, you throw like a queer.
I think that is a fan translation. So
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? They might have scrubbed it clean for this official.
The way I see it, gay on gay crime. That's like
Right.
Yeah.
I would say that to anyone.
Yeah, right. Foo Fighters screaming "fugly ho" was
That was awesome.
so awesome.
I swear to God, the Netflix translation has changed. Like it used to be a little
Whoa.
different. I've watched these episodes a few times and
He got Mandela affected.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Wow.
I would have
Mandela got
remembered if
affected.
Foo Fighters called someone else fugly ho.
Netflix fucking around with part 6? No way.
No way. Yeah, so we meet Darby the third. We meet the third Darby.
Yes, and they got to play a game. They got to toss a little ball around a
Yeah.
bajillion times.
Yeah.
And they do it. So that's Jojo.
The end.
This was fun. I always enjoy a stand battle that like it goes outside a little bit of like just smacking people around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And them having to like chase somebody down while tossing a ball back and forth was awesome.
I did really like that part where Jolyne catches the ball as the elevator is closing, and then that moment where she gets ready and Foo Fighters like dives out right as the doors are opening up. It's
Yeah.
just like a
Yeah.
cool,
The music's
a cool
so
moment. Yeah.
tense.
It was sick. This is probably my favorite stand fight yet of the parts.
Really?
Sorry,
The
Jack.
baseball one?
Yes, yeah, the baseball one.
What I thought was really interesting was the way that the stand was explained is that really the rules only apply if deep down in your heart you know they apply.
Which is
Yeah.
So Jolyne
Yes.
going, nuh-uh, that
Yeah.
doesn't count because I didn't specify who. No, she meant that.
She
meant
said that with
Yeah.
her chest.
She knew that at the very
Yes.
beginning.
I
I
love
had that thought.
that. I love it when stands obey the universe and not just
Uh-huh.
not just the user. This happened with. I mean, shit. I think this happened with both other Darbys,
Yeah.
where when they realized they had lost, their stand relinquished the souls. But I love when Jolyne's like, yes, and the debt collector agrees with me. Like, that's just so epic.
Yeah.
I like it too because it goes by what the person thinks. And so, for example, God, what's her name?
Hermes?
Hermes uses her stand to use gum to like bring a ball back up, and it doesn't touch the ground.
Yeah.
But she does feel that she
thought
kind of cheated.
Yep.
But when Foo Fighters shoots gunk out of their eyeball to catch it and grab it and pull it back up to them, they don't think that that's cheating, so it's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think also technically the rules of you could probably argue too the rules of the game that Hermes was playing were a little different than the terms that Jolyne then set up for that last bet.
Yeah, well, because Hermes thought that no one was a stand user, or that they weren't a stand user, and Meerschaum didn't think they were stand users, so it felt like a secret advantage, maybe.
Right.
That's why. But I also just think that Jolyne, it characterizes her as someone who's like, I can shape reality with, with my thoughts and beliefs.
Also, Foo Fighters grabbing it. I feel like Foo Fighters is like that's also like that's
one of their
the
hands.
thing.
Yeah.
That's also them. Like
Yeah.
that's not them cheating. It is just an extension
Right.
of their body.
I think also in that last game they played, it wasn't specified that they needed to use the mitt, maybe.
Yeah.
And in the game that Hermes plays, it was specified you gotta.
Also,
I don't know.
I have
could
a
be reading it.
question.
I like it. Go.
About Foo Fighters, if specifically, what is their stand's ability? Because I always was confused about this of where the distinction lies between what they got intelligent with and what their stand's ability is. Because it's just like
It implies that if
plankton.
It implies that if plankton were smart enough, they could naturally do the things that Foo Fighters does.
So what's Foo Fighters' ability?
Water.
What?
No, go ahead.
To unionize and like have a hive mind to achieve a goal by like forming like controlling multiple units of plankton. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
sure.
That-
Like
I can
making
shoot-
copies of itself.
making copies of itself
plankton
and moving units of plankton around in space in an intelligent way with agency.
Sure.
You know?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think whenever they defeated Foo Fighters the first time, I'm pretty sure 2 disc came out.
Yeah, there were two. There was
Yes.
two. And
So
let
let me.
stand.
There's an intellect disc that gives them sentience, right? And then there's the stand disc, which allows them to cooperate, yes, as a hive mind, but also more importantly, allows them manipulation of water.
Okay.
Yes,
Cool.
which they need for as fuel essentially, and you'll see that in other. There are other moments where it's more clear what they're doing,
He's got
but that
dual
gives them
stand.
But that's it's so broad that Foo Fighters ends up being able to do a lot of different little neat things, like they can essentially shapeshift, like they can shoot pellets of plankton out of their
Super fast.
finger as
Yeah.
a gun, and they can create bodies from 2 different they can create one body from 2 bodies and shit.
As much as it did feel, because I felt kind of similar. There was like, I don't know what the rules are, but every time they did something, I was like, that checks out.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, It checked out. I just always have been confused about where the line is
Right.
between those two things.
And I think control water is one thing, but it's like it's not like water telekinesis. Like they can't see a puddle of water and like control it. But I view it more as like absorbing the water and manipulating it
So
Within.
I won't comment.
Okay.
But that is not correct. We'll see later.
Okay.
I mean,
Maybe
it's
forgot
it's
about
definitely not. It's definitely not as clear from the beginning. I'll say that much. What Foo Fighters' abilities are. Araki really was like, I'm gonna do. I talked to the head of Disney. I said I want to make history. You know, because he was like, I'm gonna have a stand that is the character, and that caused
Ladies
a lot
and
of,
gentlemen, Foo Fighters.
Yeah. But yeah.
But then Jolyne throws a billion baseballs at it.
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
That was so
That was really
And then the money
cool.
rains down on them like they're
Yes,
Yeah,
oh
like
my
it's like it's
God.
Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah. Like she's fucking Sonic. Knocked all her rings out.
Do you think they had a scene after that? They were like after she goes, "I'm gonna find my disc from my dad.
He's
Just
like,
watch me." And then she's like, "All right, guys, we gotta pick.
We
this
gotta
up."
pick this shit up.
And then they just
Everybody,
kinda,
quick,
like,
quick,
No,
casually,
it was
like,
Hermes
ball.
running around picking all that up.
Yeah.
Trying to get out of the sky like
Oh,
one of
yeah.
those wind
Yeah,
machines.
her,
Yes.
her tits are gonna be like 4 times the size once she stuffs all that in there.
Bro, when Marilyn Manson slices into her implants,
It's like the 3rd time that's fucking
Yeah.
happened to her
That's
poor fucking lady.
rough.
fucking crazy, and then strikes her liver out of her fucking body.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then puts it back so delicately.
Yeah,
and
it all worked out.
quickly.
They're all fine now.
Yeah.
They're all fine now.
Also, at the end of the Foo Fighters fight, we got revealed Whitesnake's user
Yeah, we
was
see.
Father Poop.
Father
Poochie.
Poochie. And you knew
Don't
about
ever
this guy?
disrespect.
Yes, because one of the biggest spoilers that I knew, and I've talked to y'all about this. I think I've talked to everybody here about this. Is I know at least what I believe I know to be true is kind of the ending of this part, and the what it means, and in a way, in a sense, and so I knew that this asshole had something to do with that.
Yeah.
How do
I
you
feel like it's very hard to avoid seeing Father
Yes.
Poochie.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's the same with like trying
Dio,
to not see
basically.
Dio.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
Yeah.
you're gonna see it if you're in these circles.
And Poochie's introduced so early.
Yeah.
Really, from technically his presence is known from the 3rd episode when he uses Whitesnake, puts him in the
Yep.
dream.
Did you know he was like a priest, though?
Yes, I had heard him referred to as Father Poochie.
How do you
Yeah.
feel about that?
I think that's cool.
Yeah.
There's some sentiments that I hold about organized religion
Whoa.
that who knows.
It's great, and there's nothing wrong with it.
I think that it's awesome.
That is the objective.
Has there
stance
ever
of this
been a bad
podcast.
priest? I don't think so. Not that I know of.
You were saying also, we were talking about how we love this structure for this part being Poochie collects minions.
Uh-huh.
Poochie collects minions from
Minions.
by seeing who's compatible.
Is that what they go? They go.
Yeah. By seeing who's compatible with the stands that he has stolen over time.
That's
and so he has to
awesome.
figure out what their tick is and what their issue is essentially.
Uh-huh.
Which is
Which
so
was
great,
Joseph Mears.
playing into him being a priest.
Yeah.
He can abuse his power, which no
Yep.
priest has ever
Yep.
done.
People
Yeah.
trust him
Tell me
inherently.
your sin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is he not? He's not the warden.
No, he's the.
No, he's the priest.
The
Yeah,
priest
I mean
of-
he holds some power in that place.
Have
Yeah.
we seen the warden?
The-
Interesting.
Wait,
No.
the
Was he
warden?
the crocodile guy? Is the warden?
Oh, is there
the
only ever one warden, so to speak? Is that a
Yeah.
position?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I think usually there's
Yeah.
the warden who's like the
Loco
guy.
Barocco would be, I'm pretty sure, the head warden.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
The fucked up guy.
Yeah, there's
That's
a lot
funny.
of other guards, though, very important guards who we
Uh-huh.
will meet.
And he's Poochie's boss. Then.
I mean, I think God is Poochie's boss.
Good point. Good point. Does God have a
he's-
stand?
Well,
The Holy Spirit.
Isn't that Jesus?
Jesus, I think.
Actually,
Wait, Jesus.
there might be evidence for that.
that might come up later.
What the fuck?
We've said too much.
What the fuck is this?
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Forget.
Well, here's the thing: Jesus is the stand user, and the Holy Spirit is his stand. Right? Right?
Sure. Yeah.
Let's go with that.
This is not a new idea. I didn't make this up. This
Yeah,
is
no, you're
people.
probably right.
This is an accepted theory.
This is in the Bible.
People have said that Jesus could be a Jojo. His name could be shortened to Jojo because
What's his fucking last name?
of Joseph, son of Joseph. Because he's Yeshu, which can be also translated to Joshua. Joshua,
Yahweh.
Joshua, son of Joseph, and that would make him a Jojo.
Whoa.
Write this down.
Yeah. But yeah, so part 6, baby, we're in it.
Part 6. These were awesome and fun.
Yeah. Anything else?
Anything else we need to
about
say?
Part 6?
Not for me.
About these last episodes.
You're dying to meet this weather report guy you keep hearing about.
Yes.
I am. Are we gonna do that next time?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Okay.
Depends
Hopefully.
on the weather.
Cool.
We'll just have to see if we're on the right channel.
Oh.
Because of the Weather Channel.
Exactly.
Hayden, do we have a question?
We do. I was going to have us do a question from a good friend of the show, Lucas McDaniel, who we play D&D with.
Whoa.
But that question is going to have to wait because it's going to take a little bit more time for us to do properly. So I wanted to
Interesting.
hop back to Sylvia. The email that they sent us a while ago is they included a couple of questions, and one of them, the question they asked is, how well would each character tip at a restaurant?
Oh my god.
That I want to pull into. What's your ideal restaurant group? Like, you're going to Chili's. Who are you going with?
Why Chili's, bro?
No, I think this is perfect.
Make it like P.F.
Okay.
Chang's or
Because
something.
tipping, I feel like is a big factor of who I would go to a sit-down restaurant with, right?
Wow.
I think the first people that come to mind for me, we already know for a fact. One of the first things we learned about him, Kakyoin, has that restaurant etiquette.
Yes.
Yeah, he tips at least 20%.
He'll be awesome.
Absolutely. Maybe even Joseph as well. He's a boomer.
Young Joseph dines
I
and
don't know.
dashes.
Yeah.
I don't think I could go with a single member of the Straw Hat crew.
No.
That's
except
just,
Robin.
They would Robin.
Sanji would.
Sanji would.
Sanji might.
Luffy can't be anywhere near here.
Wait, I was like, Nami would, and then I'm like, no, she fucking
No,
wouldn't.
she
Nami would not.
not.
Zoro would not.
Well, she would it's not like she wouldn't tip necessarily, but
She would.
She would actually take money out of the waiter's
I think
wallet.
if I knew that Luffy was in a restaurant, I would steer clear of that.
Yeah.
Just in
the whole
general.
block.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, the city at that point.
You're in
I don't
danger.
want to be around that motherfucker at all.
Yep. I think Bruno tips really good too.
Oh, the
He's
whole
always,
part
he's
5
always,
gang.
Yeah.
he's so tight with that one restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fugo's
Yeah.
not. Fugo
Oh, yeah, you
Fugo
know-
would not tip good.
At that one restaurant, every single fucking tip is like $2,000.
Yeah.
That's the reason they get their own table.
And they go and they're like, no, Bruno, we don't even need to charge you. And he goes, who do you think I am? That's what he goes. That's how he goes in English.
Uh-huh.
That's how he goes. Did you know, by the way, the dub voice actor for Bruno is also Cyclops in X-Men 97?
Whoa.
That shit's crazy.
Cool.
Wow.
I think that Josuke is a fair tipper. I think it's probably not like, I think he probably doesn't like blow it up or nothing, but
He's like
I think,
an 18% guy.
yeah.
Oh,
I think 20%.
20%.
I mean, I don't think he's that fair. I don't think 18% is a fair tip, but I think that he's so budget conscious that he'd be like, I'm young.
I think Jotaro is a 25%er. I think
Jotaro? I
think-
was gonna say I think Jotaro is a like tip. The restaurant should be paying.
No. I feel like there's that underlying surface of Jotaro. Like, I believe in everything I know about Jotaro. Jotaro does care about people, and he is generally like somebody who wants like the best for people, but he's just not good at expressing it. So I feel like him writing down a number and giving you money is a way that he'd be like, okay, I respect.
Maybe.
I think part 4 and 6 Jotaro, yes. Part 3
Part
Jotaro.
three
But
Jotaro-
Jotaro's like tip. Your shoe's untied.
What's this on your shirt? Well,
There you go. You're welcome.
I feel like old Joseph would be one of those boomers that would be like actively calculating the tip in his head, and if like the waiter or waitress did
Right.
something wrong, he'd like, well,
Yeah.
I'm only paying this percentage
he
now.
tips on pre-tax. He does
Exactly.
not factor tax into his tip.
100%.
I don't think tipping culture existed in 19th century London, but I think Jonathan would be a really good tipper.
Of course, yeah.
Jonathan's
I
like
think
40%.
Dio has never even thought of tipping someone in his entire life.
Dio tips, and then he the worlds it out of their pockets after they walk
I was gonna
away.
say, the surfer puts the check down on Dio's table, and Dio kills them.
Yeah.
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 Dio doesn't even eat food. He just drinks
he
their
just
fucking-
eats them.
Dio.
No, actually, in the cuntiest way possible, he drains their blood and then throws a few dollars at on their dead body.
Yeah.
Actually, the waiter starts approaching Dio, and then Dio freezes time and then moves on the other side of the restaurant and then unfreezes time and is like, "What's wrong, waiter? You haven't gotten any closer to me."
Where's my check, waiter?
Where's my Santa Fe chicken, waiter?
I saw a meme that was like, Polnareff, he's about to go up the stairs. He hasn't noticed Dio's there. And then you just hear a loud, like, echoey fart. And then he looks over, and Dio's just standing there at the top of the stairs. It's awesome.
That's crazy.
Unrelated.
Tonio wouldn't tip, but that's because he's the one serving the food.
Serving.
True.
He serves.
I think-
serves.
I think Polnareff would actually be a good tip.
Yeah.
I think he would tip well.
Oh,
He'd also be probably
he would
fun to
also.
eat with.
I feel like if you catch him on. No, Polnareff's no. If he likes the waitress, he puts his number in the tip section.
No.
Yeah, but he puts a $$ sign next to it.
He's ruined.
I think if he was having a good day and he was in a good mood, he would tip a lot. Yeah, for sure.
I also feel like Polnareff would be. I think he'd riff with the server in like a fun way, not in an annoying way.
Who would call the server by their name after? You know what I mean? Like
Abdul.
yeah.
Oh,
But in a
Abdul
good
would-
way. Abdul would pull it
Abdul
off.
would do it in a good way. Garp would do it in a way that would piss me off.
Garp tips 10% on a good day.
And he says, "Here for your troubles."
Yeah.
He really makes a big show of how good he's doing.
Garp pulls he changes everything on the menu. Like he has to modify everything he gets on the menu, right? And then like he
sends it
never.
back
And
twice.
every time the waiter comes to check on them, he always has a request, like a new fucking request. And
You're
then
just describing.
I'm sorry, my dad. And then he fucking tips 10%. My dad doesn't tip only 10%, but Garp would.
Whoa.
Oh, you didn't have to mention that was my dad.
I think Sengoku would be a good tipper.
Sengoku?
You like cops, brother?
No, I just
sympathize.
No. I'm thinking of I'm trying to think of one Navy person that would be a good tipper.
Aokiji.
Kobe.
Kobe.
Kobe would be a
Would.
great
Kobe.
tipper. I don't think a Kobe is a Navy person because he's better than them.
I feel like Jinbei would be.
Yeah.
Oh, he'd be a
Yeah.
great tipper.
Yeah, I feel like Jinbei always tips exactly 20%, like to the 1,000th. Like he makes sure that he never goes over or under. He feels like he's so precise with that.
I think he shows too much favoritism though.
Yeah.
I think
he would tip over.
Whitebeard would be a great tipper.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nami would not be a good tipper.
No.
Blackbeard would just be absolutely terrible.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely terrible.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he would stink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he'd be loud. He'd request like to put like 2 tables together, and they'd be like, "We can't move your tables," and he'd be like, "Okay," and then he'd move the tables himself, and then they'd have to come back over and be
I
like,
honestly
"We can't
think
stay after
You
closing.
can't move the tables."
Blackbeard would whether he gives a tip or not would be decided solely by if he liked the food or not.
Yeah.
And I think
yeah.
if he got a meal that he liked, he would tip somebody.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah. I think Buggy would not be a good tip. I think he would
What?
like get some lint and some candy wrappers and like
And a paperclip?
and like an autograph.
He'd put it on the table and be like,
Yeah.
and that's when they ask him to pay in general. He's like,
I feel like Law also leaves his number in the tip placement.
Brooke has to get it like explained to him. Like Brooke doesn't know what tipping
He
is.
asked the waiter for money.
He asks the waiter if he can see.
Could you
their
cover
No,
payments.
Brooke's the one who like chooses to wash the dishes instead of paying. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We ready to get into homework?
I think so.
Well, what's our homework,
It's
Clayton?
our friggin' homework.
Think about One Piece a
Okay.
little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna finish my reread.
What
before
wait,
the
what
next
are we
episode.
doing next? Are we doing a? Oh yeah, are we not watching like
is
a
it a
movie? or
surprise?
what?
Well, originally I was gonna have y'all watch a movie, but it seems like next week we're just gonna be doing a game
Another game.
to potentially get right back to it.
Wonderful.
Wow.
Holy crap!
I'm gonna also say something. If
Yeah.
I may be so bold.
Be
if,
bold.
If,
Be bold.
If
Be
I
brave.
ending up on this podcast again, I will be caught up
Hell yeah!
completely.
What?
Two One Piece, like to the
Yes.
end. Wow, hell yeah!
And
Tell
that
me,
could be next week.
feel
Who knows?
free
No, I'm
to
kidding.
message me any thoughts you have about things.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
I'd love to hear them.
No,
I'm so
like
jealous of you right now. I'm so jealous.
no, I will say though, like there are a lot of characters that I'm really, really interested in. I love learning more about the admirals. I love learning more about the extended One Piece crew now, and just kind of what exactly the heck is going to happen on the other side of the red line. And also, yeah, the other rookie pirates that have made it have also been really interesting too. Law and Kid have been really interesting.
It would make me sad if I didn't immediately enjoy post time skip, because it's been really hyped up, or at least within the story. It's been there's been so much anticipation coming towards that.
Sure.
But no One Piece. All right, JoJo homework, motherfucker. It's time. You're gonna watch
3 episodes.
Okay.
Yeah, expectations. Some really cool shit. Really cool stuff. Do either of y'all remember what's?
I don't
Not
remember.
just what's
I don't
5
remember.
episodes. I think I know
thing.
what's next.
I don't even know what I said.
But I don't know when it ends.
We're surely gonna meet this weather report, asshole.
Whoa.
Find out what's going on.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. No, we're gonna find a lot of stuff, and we're gonna see a lot of cool stuff, and I really like the
I
episodes.
don't remember either of these.
Oh, that's right. You haven't seen this yet.
Yep.
Yeah. No. Expect some dope shit. And
Cool. How many batches was it split into?
3.
3.
Yeah.
So I guess if that was the case, there would probably be 3 intros. Interesting.
That's a good question.
That's a good question. That was a question we were asking for 9 months.
Yeah.
For 9 months, we were like, "Is it gonna be a new intro?" And that's me smiling.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
I will say I'm really, really excited for you to finish part 6. Like part 6
Yeah.
is my favorite part, actually.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
And
of all the 8 that you've completed,
yes,
that's fair.
and I'll say it again.
Well,
Say it again.
Part 6 is my favorite. Bite me.
Whoa.
Boom.
I'm excited to get into it.
yeah.
All right.
With that,
Well, that would be
We love you. Good night.
I forgot y'all did this.